You went to a party or a family function, or it's the holidays like it is right now, or you're watching this later, and maybe you overindulged. Maybe something set you up that you felt like you were binging. And now you're trying to recover, or you have that guilt, that horrible guilt that you need to work out more, you need to starve yourself the next day or the next week, or all those negative thoughts that we get. Well, today we're going to dive in on how to recover from a party, binge, holiday, whatever it is. Thank you for joining me. I am Amy Wilson, your nutrition coach, pharmacist, and today we're just going to talk a little bit how to recover from maybe a little bit too much, maybe some excess, maybe something set you up for a binge and you need to recover. Number one, it's okay. Repeat that to yourself. It's okay. What we want to change is that relationship that we have with food, with celebrating. Things happen, but it's how we recover. It's how that we go forward that will make all the difference in the world. Because what we don't want to do is a vicious cycle. We don't want to be like, oh, I went to a party or it's a holiday and I had so much to eat. And so tomorrow I'm not going to eat anything, or else I'm going to go do 20 classes. I'm going to run. I'm going to do some burpees, whatever your, like I say, your poison is. And you're setting yourself up to do it again, because now you're starving. Now you're trying to figure out, oh, I got to eat. And that sets you up to overeat again. We don't want to do that. So first, give yourself grace. It's okay to enjoy the holiday, not from Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year's. They are one day. It's how you set yourself up between those days, and what you do for the next year is what's important. One day is okay. We don't want to have a cyclic effect from the next day, the next day, and next day. So how can you change that? How can you change your behavior? How can you change your relationship with food? One step at a time, because it's a lot. It's a lot. But first, what you're going to do is not feel guilty. It's okay to have a cookie. It's okay to have treats. It's okay to enjoy Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, birthdays. It's okay. Now, let's dive in on what to do the next day. The next day, you're back to normal, meaning that you are not going to starve. You are not going to beat yourself up for the day before. Did you enjoy it? Yeah. Were there things that you probably maybe didn't like, but you ate anyway? Okay, that's a learning lesson. Don't eat it next time. But today, you're going to recover. You're going to recover by being normal, a normal day. Back to what you would normally do. If you are a client of mine, we're going to go back to your macronutrients. We're going to make sure that you get your movement in for the day, your hydration. We want to set you up for a good night's sleep. And that day was a day, and it's okay. And it was fun, and it was amazing. But now you're back on track. Now you're getting the right amount of protein, fats, and carbohydrates, that you're eating real food, that you're fueling your body with what it needs, that you are choosing to have treats occasionally. So that's a big thing between, especially if you're watching this now, we're in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, there's going to be lots and lots of treats. Can you incorporate those? Mm-hmm. But remember, it's serving size. Remembering it's one. And if you are starving yourself to enjoy those treats, no, we don't want to do that, because we want to keep your blood sugar balanced, and we want to keep the nutrition flowing in so that it doesn't set you up for a binge. When you undereat, when you cut calories so that you can eat the treats, it will set you up for a binge because that more likely it's sugar is going to really, it's going to really kind of go bing, bing, bing in the receptors in your brain. But if you are eating normal between and before that treat, you can enjoy the treat without having that binge kind of like, oh, I want more, I want more, I want more because you're starving. Or it's just like, this is really good. I may not be able to eat all this, or I'm enjoying it and being able to move on and not want the whole tray of cookies, the whole pan of brownies, or whatever your vice may be, or whatever the dessert or treat is. So if you are being mindful of eating and eating your protein, your fat, your carbs, what your macronutrient sets are, and then also having a treat, it's going to be okay because your blood sugar is going to stay stable and you will be able to enjoy that without setting yourself up for a binge. So, what should you take away from today? One, know it's okay to enjoy the holidays. If you are doing a program where you feel restricted, where you feel like you can't enjoy the holidays because that sets you back, you're probably on the wrong program. Life happens. Life happens. We have parties. You want to go out and be with family and friends. You have to be able to enjoy life, to be able to live life. Now, is it every single night? No. Are there holidays every single day? No. But being able to manage that, and when you start fueling your body with what you need, you'll find that it's easier to make those choices. Sometimes it's easier to pass up on something if it doesn't look like it's OMG. Like if it's not an OMG chocolate chip cookie, I'm letting it pass. I want one that is just stellar. So, it might be, if you come from Ohio, it might be Buckeyes. It has to be an amazing Buckeye during Christmas for me to be like, okay, I want this. But the difference is, especially now, this is 4 years me going into the Faster Way to Fat Loss program. Holidays aren't stressful anymore. And I can't tell you how amazing that is. I can't tell you how freeing that is to not worry about packing on the pounds from Thanksgiving to Christmas and being like, here we go again, January. Okay, let's try this again. Because there's a plan. Moving every day, lifting weights, fueling my body with what it needs. And when I have a treat, it's okay. So what can you do if you're going to a party? Because you're like, wait a minute, but what about parties? What's this? Rule number 1, water. Rule number 2, protein. That is your friend. If you're at a party, you want to fill up on the protein first. If you're having an alcoholic drink, 1 drink, then water. If you have another drink, water. And then your treat, something sweet, is after you eat the protein because we want it to impact your blood sugar a little less. And when you have things before you have sugar, it's not going to allow you to have this major spike. And when you have that major spike, that's when the cravings occur. That's when you want more. But if we can deaden that spike, you won't be craving as much. You won't be setting yourself up for a binge. And that's when you find balance. And when you find balance, it's like, OMG. It's just so relieving. There's a weight that's off your shoulders. You feel good. You know your health is getting better. You know that you can enjoy the holidays without stress, without worrying, without being, I can't go to this party because it's just going to set me back, or feeling like you're a failure. That's the worst. Nobody should ever feel like a failure. No one should ever feel like they can't enjoy the holidays because it's going to set them back, or because it's going to cause you to gain weight, or it just stresses you out because you have a bad relationship with food. It's exactly what we don't want. So take a deep breath. I always say that, take a deep breath. And let's focus on enjoying those special moments, our family, our friends, and find the balance that you can enjoy and still move forward. And then you're way ahead of the game come January 1st. And then you're way ahead of the game for all the things that come up in the next years. If you like this, please share, please like and subscribe. And as always, I am your nutrition coach, pharmacist. Have a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous week, and I will see you soon. Be happy, be healthy.